Hey, this is Biajavier, singer, songwriter. And you are watching Crowned on SaraG TV.
That's just how the world spins. I guess I'm selfish every now and then. You sin, I sin. You bleed, I bleed. You lose, I lose. I'm human too. Yeah.
This is so cute. What is one deal breaker in a relationship? Damn, that's there's so many. No, I'm just kidding. One deal breaker. I would say personality. Like, you have to be funny. If you cannot make me laugh, like, what are we doing? So I would say that one for sure. That's like one of the top ones. Who is your favorite artist right now? What have you learned from them? I have so many like artists that I love. I think one I would say right now is Jazmine Sullivan. I've been a huge fan forever, but her last project is crazy. Girl Like Me is one of my favorites with her.
Yeah, and I ain't wanna be, but you gon' make a hoe out of me.
So she's just amazing. What have I learned from her? I just really, when I listen to her, I really like to listen to her technique. Her skills are insane, the way she riffs. So Jazmine Sullivan for sure. Where does your inspiration come from when writing music? Typically for me, I do write a lot about like my own experiences. A lot of that has to do with like heartbreak, relationships. I tend to write from that perspective. There are some songs that I try to write in different perspectives as well. So I would say most of it is my own journey. How do you envision your career growing this year? How do you say? Just to expand to more audiences, I would say just, to continue to grow my fan base, to continue to have support from everyone. And I think the support like thus far has been amazing. So I thank you guys for that.
Everybody needs support.
More fans, more of a fan base. And yes, that's one goal. If you could relive any moment in your life thus far, what would it be and why? But one thing that I could think of at the top of my head is college.
Man, I love college. Hey.
Yo.
In New York, I'm Millie Rock.
No, I'm just kidding. So I went to Berklee, I studied music, and it was such a dope time, but I feel like there were certain moments that I just didn't fully experience it because I was just like so scared or like so caught up in other things. Not studying abroad, one of my biggest regrets. That's a moment I wish I could relive. Definitely going to Spain to study. How has experiencing loss changed your outlook on life? So this one's actually, it's crazy because I just lost my grandmother like 2 weeks ago. And that one was like a big one for me. I've never really like had a loss like that, like a death super close to me. One thing she taught us all was like to really live life, always be happy. And so I would say that's something I'm taking from her as she's passed on. And I actually dedicated one, like I had a song written in my new project. It was already done and I decided to make a tribute to her at the end of that record. So, hopefully you guys check that out and you enjoy that. But that was for her. So I would say living life happily every day because we only have one life to live. So we gotta, we gotta be happy, guys. Do artists have a responsibility to be role models? Oof, that's a hard one, y'all. I feel like in a way we do. I feel like we are also like socially responsible to really talk about things that are happening in our world. So I think in a sense we do have that responsibility to be role models, but I also think as an artist, at least for me, I'm in a space where I'm very carefree, and I think that's very important to like not be so pressed about what everybody else is saying. I think it all starts with like being yourself authentically 100%, because I feel like people can see through that. Like people know when you're doing too much. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given? It's okay to change your mind. Take things a day at a time. I think sometimes we're so set with like wanting to do certain things, or like, oh my God, my career, like my 9 to 5. I'm in a space now where like I've been doing education for like 6 years, and I've reached a point where I'm like, okay, I love this, I enjoy this, but I think it's time to transition into something new. And so I think that's been the best advice. Like, it is okay to change your mind. It's okay to not have things all the way figured out, because, you gotta go with life and the changes that comes with it, What's one show you never get tired of watching? There's so many. Grey's Anatomy, I'm obsessed, y'all. People are like, oh my God, how do you watch that show? There's like 15 seasons, but it's so good. I don't know how they keep writing.
You know what? I like me.
What makes one of us?
You make it so easy.
I feel like there's more, but Grey's Anatomy for sure. Okay, what is something people don't worry about but really should? What's something people don't really worry about but really should? Mental health. We don't talk about that enough. At least like in our culture and the culture that I'm from, I'm Dominican, and I think a lot of times we sweep things under the rug. We don't really have conversations, and I think people are just, there's like this fear behind that, or we just brush it off like, oh no, it's okay. Like, no, it's not okay. So I think mental health across the board is something that we need to really focus on, and yeah, just not be scared to talk about it. So, yeah. Okay guys, so I have a new EP out now. It's called Motions. Make sure you guys check that out. It's available on all streaming platforms, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Biajavier. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to SaraG TV.